the celebrity impression episode.
Who are you supposed to be? Carson Kressley?
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
No, ew.
I'm Ross Matthews.
Wait, you are Ross Matthews.
Hey, guys.
But he's a top.
Wait, hold on. Is he
Famously
really?
known top. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. How does?
Could
he
you imagine
sound?
that you?
All right.
We gotta go.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about sex.
Wait, like this?
We will talk about those.
Cheers!
Welcome back to Cheers to That podcast, episode 17 with me, Andy.
And me, Trixie Mattel.
I
was trying to think of that.
too.
I was trying to think of like a Trixie. She does like the cackle, like
Yeah.
she cackles like a bird.
I don't know. We just both like zoned out because we were like, what does she say?
I'm disassociated.
Hi,
You
everyone.
should just as Katya.
I know.
I
And
have
it's
a red
funny
outfit
because
downstairs.
I'm the Trixie.
And I'm the Katya.
I know. So, yes. So, we have Trixie Mattel here today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's really a pleasure to have you in Tonawanda.
It's not a pleasure to be here. It's not a pleasure to be here.
What brings you here?
So there's this really cool show going on at the underground nightclub called Drag Race Underground. And they asked me to special guest judge. And I said, I do love helping struggling, failing businesses, try to get back off the ground. I know that my bar, This Is It in, is it Minneapolis? Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, didn't
just
it close?
So I'm really
let's
looking
take
for a
second.
new bar to buy.
Let's take a second.
Cue the track.
Arms of an angel.
Sarah McLachlan. For just $5
$5
and a pack of bobby pins, you too could sponsor a sad, pathetic drag queen. Take a look at this one. This guys, this outfit has
bitch.
nothing to do with the pod today,
No.
literally at all. I just had to get ready before we recorded so that we could go to drug afterwards. It is the Celebrity Snatch Game impersonation episode.
Shout out to Willa's Snatch.
We can't. Don't look.
The snatch is
This is
snatching
crazy today down here.
The
It looks
snatch
wild.
is
I can't show you
snatching.
guys.
It looks. It's horrifying.
These tights
down there.
ripped and like it literally looks like a sausage or a ham trying to come out of these tights. My thigh specifically.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
busting
like in
through
the
tights.
the casing when it rips.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks like that. So anyway,
So anyways, would you like to get a beverage to start this pod?
yeah, but you don't pay me enough to open it, so
I don't pay you at all,
exactly.
and I'll never pay. Well, do you need one of those, or do you need that?
Give me the poppy. I get the poppy. That monster has been open for like 4 weeks.
Actually, I'll do this one. Rivals today.
Rival girlies,
All right.
We should get some sparkling like
Wine?
ice, like sparkling ice drinks. That's really tall, skinny ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should
Next
get some.
time, guys. Tell us what drinks you want us to drink.
Uh,
All right, here we go. Oh, that was good.
delicious.
Not
Mid.
so delicious.
Mid.
Ew. Grassy root beer.
I don't even know what grassy tastes like.
You tasted it yesterday. Remember we said unsweetened iced tea tastes like grass water?
Oh my god, it does. You're right.
It literally tastes like dirt. Sorry.
And
Come
you
for
look
me.
like dirt.
And you're a...
Am I like dirt?
All right, so we're not even going to talk about these beverages because we've already, been done that.
I'm gonna talk. Oh, I know exactly what I'm choosing and dumping today.
Okay, well then you dump first.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Willa, as Trixie Mattel. I would like to formally, to all the drag queens out there, we're dumping out bottom lashes. These are so stupid. These bottom lashes, like, girl, how does anybody wear these? This is obviously like a very dramatic, like look. Ditzy, I'll let you give a headshot.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. You see this right here?
Zoom into that.
See these?
Caterpillars.
I didn't have them. I didn't have the mic next to me. Did you
Caterpillars.
see these? Why? For what? What is that doing?
They look
for
like they're
us?
gonna make a cocoon.
Yeah, crawling on my face. I look like I was in the woods.
Centipedes.
I look like I was in the woods.
Centip-
And they decided to just crawl onto my face and then sit there and die.
Yeah, and like
So I'm dumping
the
out bottom
look.
lashes.
The look like it's supposed to be like a big eye, right? Is that
Yes.
what it's supposed to be like?
Yes.
And it's giving something.
Yeah, I think it's giving big eye, but like.
I just can't see it. I'm just not good at like visioning like a big eye. Oh, mommy.
What are you dumping out this week?
I'm okay. This happened to me today, so I'm dumping it out.
Oh God.
I'm dumping out on the toilet for too long.
I need you to. What is this? What are you about
And-
to say?
Like just being on there for too long and your leg
Legs
falls
falling asleep?
asleep. And then specifically when you like get up and you like you can't feel it and then you like hobble to like, you know, wipe and shit, like you're doing all the things.
Are you standing while
Yeah, I do that. Is that weird?
you stand up to wipe your asshole?
I'm not gonna sit. What do you do?
You just lean forward.
You go like this?
Yeah, you just lean forward a
Oh,
little
well,
bit.
I
and
guess
wipe
I
your
do that
ass.
too. Anyways,
We're gonna have to cut that out. You want to pick something else to dump out because you
No.
sound crazy.
I'm not. No, we're keeping that in, Ditz. I don't give a shit. Literally.
You can't. Why? Constipation.
Yeah. Well, today I was just like, you know, you're on your phone or something, like you're just like chilling there, and then like you're like, oh wait, it's been like 20 minutes. So then your foot gets asleep, and then you go like this, and you're like standing up, and you're like like you like can't, you're like getting into the sink, and then your leg starts like trickling down the blood and all this stuff, and then it like is fine for a second, and then all of a sudden it's like pins and needles, and you're like and then you're like trying to like pull up your pants, and like you're like getting out of the bathroom, and you're like crawling like you have a wooden leg, and you're like you know, is that relatable?
Put it in the comments if it's
Put it in the
relatable.
comments. Have you ever like I bet everyone here
I mean,
has-
I have,
has
but
been like
I've never described it as ridiculous as you've described it.
no, but literally today I was like and that's a little inside scoop on my life.
Okay.
Sorry,
thanks,
I'm real.
Andy.
I'm real and raw in this pod.
We know you're raw. I'll tell you that much. I can't focus because these lashes are so annoying.
Gotta rip them off.
No, I can't. They're so. I look so great. But I know exactly what I'm cheersing to, and
You're
that
stealing my cheers.
is, of course, these new titties.
Wait, no, that was good.
I don't know what's happening.
That is
Guys,
so much fun, guys.
So what happened was I usually, everyone, if you know me, I usually I buy from Amazon. I buy these
Gay
like
gasp.
$85, $95 silicone breastplates that are cotton on the inside. And I bought a new one recently because I accidentally like ripped my other new pair, which I'm going to turn into like inserts to just put into a bra when I need them.
That's smart.
Just
Wow.
reuse them for some reason.
Professional.
Either that or like tape them onto my body form.
We could just display them on a
I mean,
shelf.
I already have the other ones
Yeah.
displayed up in my
Yeah, I
room.
was gonna say.
So I decided, you know what? The only ones that were primed that would be here on time for, of course, the BMAs, were going to be the
Which-
silicone pairs.
Which happened, and it was so great.
Oh my God, I forgot. This is that. Okay. And so I was like, well, I want something in time for the BMAs. So I said, I'm going to get whatever's on Prime. Of course, the H-Cup fully silicone filled ones, which were like $173, those were Prime. So I bought them. I was like, oh, we'll see what happens. I was like, oh, I wonder if they're going to be, they are 3 times the weight.
So
And they
heavy.
Just.
I mean, poke an eye out, baby. These are,
They have like momentum.
No,
like as
literally.
I'm shaking them, I can feel them like pulling
and
my
it's like
torso.
jiggling. It is. I cannot wait to be in front of a huge audience and slap the shit out of those tits.
You mean this upcoming week when we go to the Buffalo Music Awards?
That already happened.
Yes.
And they were so great.
We're talking about them because they happened in the past when this comes out, but it's still
But
a week away for us.
At time of filming, they are literally 6 days away. Yeah, no, I would also like to cheers to your tits, but I gotta think of something else because that was like the highlight of my weekend was slapping those tits. Honestly,
we tried them on. I hadn't tried them on yet, and I said, you know what? Let's just throw them on so I can have something for the pod.
like I feel like if I was straight, I would just slap titties.
That's abuse.
That's the clip. If I was straight, I would just.
Andrew, I don't know if you know that, but that's domestic violence.
No, not if I get consent first, but I would really.
You're gonna be hard pressed to find a woman that's like, yeah, you could just beat the shit out of my
Guys,
titties.
sound off in the comments if you like your titties slapped.
There's the
Guy or girl, honestly.
I mean,
or non-bin.
Not mine. From the non-Binelandia.
I mean, I don't like my
Oh my
anything
God.
slapped on me, but
Oh
that
my-
is just too much.
Oh my-
It's like intrusive thought central over here. Like I can't concentrate. I need to wind up.
I can't see when I close my eyes.
I can't see when I close my eyes. Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
It is already.
Guys,
I stole it from somebody
this
else.
just in. Willa says, I can't see when I close my eyes. Wow. You're so deep. Oh,
like these.
I can't. Wait, I'm going to cheers to... Sorry, this episode, I'm cheersing to the tits.
Okay, we're double cheersing. First time. Hit the track. Alarm system. First time ever. We're double cheersing to the same thing.
Clink. And then we got to cheers again because we did it twice.
Double.
Clink.
Double down. Double divas. Double D's. These are
Double
H
D.
cups.
Double H.
Wait, G H.
Homo.
Yeah, these are H.
Homo tits. Wait. H.
Homo titanius.
No. A homogeneous mixture. That's a Connie reference.
Homeopathy.
Homo sapien.
Homeostasis. Oh,
Homosexual.
we should do that.
Well,
We should do that word association game.
no, the mind meld thing?
Yes.
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 Where you go 1, 2, 3, and you just say a word, and then
Okay,
you
ready?
do it. Hold on.
All right. Okay. Wait. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be a fun game that you guys are just gonna have
So
to participate
if you don't
in.
know, you go like 1, 2, 3, say any word,
Mm-hmm.
and then you 1, 2, 3, and then you try to guess what they're gonna guess, and then you try to just keep saying things until you get to
the same word. Yeah. Okay. Ready?
Hold on.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Faggot.
Fridge. 1, 2, 3.
Pink.
Seltzer.
Oh.
Pink?
Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Poppy.
I'm going. We're switching.
We're so close. We're like,
Okay.
yes.
You said poppy pussy.
I'm gonna say a long thing.
Okay. This is not like
Yeah,
you
I got
don't
it.
give me a
Ready?
hint. 1, 2, 3.
Throwing
Labia.
ass. Oh.
Oh. 1. Wait. We suck at this.
Wait.
Wait, hold on. Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Cum.
Taint. Oh.
We're so close. Wait.
1, 2, 3. Gooning.
Balls. Fuck.
Oh, that would have been good. Wait.
Um.
Oh. We said gooning and balls. 1, 2, 3. Masturbate. Oh, I didn't say anything.
I can't leave back because this
What
big
the
old.
fuck? Yeah, wait, she can't leave back because her tits are weighing her down because she'll stay there. Wait,
We
what
can't-
you do?
I don't even know. I don't
Okay,
even
we're
know if
done.
we're
We
done.
suck at this.
That was crazy.
That was so dumb.
No, I want to say that we're trying to mind meld, and we work so close to the same page right from the get that like we couldn't come up with the. I felt like we were just gonna
then
circle
we
the
went
drain.
back. We went back, like away from each other, and came back. All right. Well, that didn't work.
That was crazy. We'll do it again. We should just do that every episode for shits
Honestly,
and gigs.
that's funny. We'll just play little games.
Big old wig.
Wig.
So this week we're trying to figure out what we wanted to talk about this week. So
we sat down to record and we said we have no clue what we're saying.
So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. So Ditzy, hi. We're gonna clip this. This is actually what I want the intro clip to be. Is us giving this disclaimer. Wait, and put like a little funny like Better Homes and Gardens like
Like
commercial
a
backing track
PSA
over there. Yeah, like
type
a
of
PSA.
thing?
Yeah. Okay, wait, ready. Hey, moms, dads, family members. Do you love listening to the Cheers to That podcast?
We know you do.
Of course you do. However, we want you to know that this episode features such NSFW, that's not safe for work.
And triple X conversation.
Absolutely. So if you don't want to hear about your sons and daughters sucking dick and cock.
Oh. Yeah. And balls.
Fisting.
Wait, the disclaimer can't have the thing in
No. I mean, we're not talking about this thing. But anyway,
No, I'm
this
just
is the
saying.
disclaimer. So if you're one of our family members and you don't want to listen to that, Mom,
Mom,
because I know you like to
that
listen to
is-
this.
Yeah, that is
This
directly
is the week
towards
you don't listen to this podcast.
And anyone that we work with.
Well, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Oh. And no one that I work with
They
knows
don't
even.
Well, we're
I'm
the most
gay.
famous podcast in Buffalo.
No one even knows I'm gay at work. Well,
No,
I think they
know.
do.
They know.
Because
They're surely aware.
my boss is definitely a homophobic, misogynistic asshole.
And
Anyways,
mine's a fresh, fine Cuban man who's like 50-something. Hi, Dr. Capote. Love you.
but yeah, if you
That's the PSA at the top of the episode.
and I'm sorry, if you continue to listen, you're gonna know a lot of shit,
You're going to know a lot of stuff about us.
a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff.
So we're just going to talk about random sexual related content. Listen, so I want you to know it used to be taboo to talk about sexual encounters and things, which I think was
I think it still is.
Yeah, well, less so now.
It still is with certain
Straight people,
yeah, I was gonna say,
specifically.
Sorry, I mean,
See, listen, the
This is-
issue where gay people are seen to be so sexual is because we have to like
hide
we have
so
to find
much.
that.
Yeah.
And like it's like that weird thing where if you're straight people, I've learned this, you don't like come right out and figure out who's fucking who and doing what and all this stuff like right at the top of the gig when you're like on Tinder or Hinge or whatever. But like it's kind of a big thing for gays
Well,
because
yeah,
we don't
'cause, I mean,
automatically fit into that
straight
category.
people,
So
it's man and woman.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't have to have sex conversations because you know who's doing what.
exactly.
And then also, but, like the only conversations you would have to say if you had like any interests or kinks or something like that, which
And
is
that
extra,
definitely
which is
comes
just
down the
extra.
line. Yeah.
But like, yeah, and you grow up. Like already, like parents already talk about sex with kids. Basically, like they talk about how we're groomers, but they go, "Oh, do you have a boyfriend in kindergarten?" It's like, why are you putting?
Yeah, you
well, they don't-
sucking dick and cock in second grade, like, yeah, little
Yeah,
Samantha.
between snack time and nap time, we
Yeah.
get a little.
You get a
in
little
there.
crazy. It's so fucking
So
stupid.
disgusting.
I just don't get it.
Let's
and then
dump
they're like,
that
you're
out.
you're watching like princess movies that are just princesses sucking face and like falling in
Yeah.
love with dumb, terrible men.
Yeah.
Like
Conventionally, but on both sides, conventional everything. So cookie cutter.
almost always white.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's
Talk
have
about that.
let's wake that up. Let's have that conversation. And I just want to
Yeah.
say like it.
So we're gonna normalize sex talk between friends right now.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
because we do it
because-
all the time anyway.
Yeah, and like we just like we're gonna be very open about our own stuff, and maybe this will just like seep into your lives, and like you can be open with your friends if you want to, because we're friends with you. So we're gonna tell you all the dirty little details about us.
Dirty little details.
Did you just want like?
Yeah. Jerked off the microphone for all those listening at home.
Can't help it.
Why not? I thought it was funny. It was part of the bit.
Dirty little
This corset is making me
secrets.
upset. It's like
It's
like pushing up my balls.
Speaking of fucking sexual things, pushing on my balls.
Pushing on my balls. Okay, so let's start off with let's do.
When
did
you
you
know?
first get fisted?
What did you say?
I said, when did you first get fisted? Because I know that you're that girl. I knew you were.
I would okay.
Never, not once in my
I need
life.
to address this because there's some rumors going around.
that
No.
you like to get
I'm just kidding. I'm starting them right now.
starting the rumor to then
Wait,
adjust the
where's-
rumor to
yeah.
then.
Guys, I heard Mr. Mocktail loves to get fisted,
I've always said that.
and you've always said that. You're the one.
always said
You're
that.
the fucking beginner of this rumor. No, honestly, I'm so. I could not. You couldn't even get a fucking little pin in there. It's so small.
Because you're so constipated.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, God, I mean, you're my friend if you're watching this, so there's something wrong with me.
You gotta like take like a daily like Dulcolax or like
I
a
have that.
daily- Yeah, are you taking it daily?
No.
You need to drink more water.
I know. It really is that. Guys,
fiber,
definitely
and fiber.
drink water.
Drink water and eat fiber.
No, I think I'm fine. But I just have a tight asshole.
Just putting that out there.
Guys, I'm really tight.
Do you know what's crazy, though? Do you ever meet the guys where you go like, yeah, I'm really tight. I don't have sex that often. I don't like whatever. And they're like, I like loose ass. Have you ever had that?
I've never once
Multiple
ever
times.
even thought about having that exchange with somebody.
No, I've literally had this conversation. Because I'm always...
Someone said I like loose ass?
Yeah.
Did they have
multiple,
a big peen?
This is multiple... No. This is multiple people that on like Grindr and shit that are... Or Sniffies or
What,
whatever.
they want
that
it
are
like flapping around
They
in there?
want it. They want hot dog down a airplane hanger. They want it like... They won't even touch the
They
sides.
want hello.
Yeah, they want it to
hello.
echo. And I'm like,
Wow.
why? Is that's not like enjoyable?
Like
I can't
we all
imagine.
think like, oh, it's like the dirty talk is like, oh, I'm so tight.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's
the
like,
dirty talk. And you were texting.
what do you have to say then? I'm so loose.
Yeah, so open and
Guys,
loose. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm so dilated.
That's crazy. That's so
Guys,
crazy.
I'm so sorry, but I'm just unhinged this
Well, I gotta say, like, there is like some of that sexual. So imagine this, right? We're just like chatting on one of the apps,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to have that little like bit of like frisky foreplay sexting before you get to like, okay, come over to my house, like blah blah whatever. And you're like, oh, I'm so tight, and then whatever. Like, oh, I don't fuck that often, so like, blah, blah, whatever. And they're like, well, I really like it when it's loosened up.
So
Or,
you're like,
loose
well,
hole.
I don't
I'm
think we're a match.
like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're not fucking then, because
I
think they just want to be able to like get in there and just go like, or just like throw it.
Yeah,
in
well,
there.
you know what it is? It's aggression. They want to not have to like warm it up and like, you know,
do the work.
yeah, they don't want to like have an experience. They just want to come over and put it in.
Gay men are disgusting.
It's disgusting. Men are disgusting.
I'm gonna fix my wig real fast.
We just be silent. Just silent on the pod.
Dizzy keeps it in.
So yeah, so I mean, we just got right into it, but
When was the first time you had sex? No, wait. Specific milestones, because this is actually crazy.
Yeah.
When was the first time you kissed a man? Because it matters. Because
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Actually, when was your first kiss ever? And if it was a man, whatever. And then sucking dick and cock,
Okay.
and then actual sex.
Okay. I think high school was kiss.
Okay.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
And senior year, I was like doing a little bit more making out, and then like college making out a lot. But I was like very like, I thought I was asexual for the longest time because again, I was gay, but I was like forced to be straight, like, or like, you know, there was just like
Forced.
two sides of my brain that were like not computing. And then I think honestly, the first time I don't remember the first time I sucked a dick.
Oh, interesting.
But I do remember the first sexual experience that I had, and it was not good. I was, I think, honestly, 23 or 24 when I got like insertion sex.
Okay, interesting.
When I bottomed for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I think so. I went to Underground. Shout out. And
Don't shout her out. She don't.
Shout out. I went. Okay, we'll just bleep that. So I went there and I was like sitting in my car. I like drank a little, you know. I was sitting in my car just like
drunk driving.
No, I was sobering up. So I was just like sitting there and I went on Grindr, and this person was like around the block.
Do we know who it is? Do I know them?
No, I don't even know them. Honestly, don't even remember. Don't know their name at all. All I remember is driving to their house, and it was my first Grindr experience ever. And then I literally was just, because I was just like, I got to get this over with. Like, I just have to do it. Like, what am I doing? Like, you know, no one really even knows. I'm like, just whatever. So I go over there. The house was like pretty clean. And then.
And your hole wasn't?
No.
Oh, that's.
And can we take a second? Because like I wasn't even researching like how to do it. Like I didn't know. And so I go over there. Hold on. Actually, we have to go to break. And we're back. All right.
We're back.
And we have Cheetos.
Andy got me Cheetos from the other room so that I can listen to this so I'm going to turn my mic off.
Okay. Okay, so we got so I drove over to their house, and it was like one of those things where you're just like, I don't see the address. It's like 4 a.m, and then I go. I had to like walk up and down the street a little, like, and then they like came to the door, so I was like, oh, it's this one. You know, that's like that eerie feeling of like, oh my god, I'm doing this crazy fucking thing for the first time. Like, oh my god. Now it's like, who gives a fuck? But like, it's just like, oh my god, what am I doing? And so I go in there, we're like, hi, and then we go in. He's watching a Kevin Hart comedy special.
No.
And I said, I like Kevin Hart, but I love comedy, so like I kind of wanted to watch the comedy show. And it was, I think he was like 40, maybe like in his upper 30s at the time, and there was just like, no attraction, when I got in there, but I powered through it, and I just remember like him, like his like breathing behind me and him whispering in my ear, "You like that Latin dick? You like that?" And I just went, "No, like I don't like this."
That
it was
crazy.
It was wild. And then like he left to go like probably clean up.
Because you had shit all over his dick.
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. It was like a quick exchange. Like it was like that, and then he went to the bathroom, came back, and we kind of like, I think I just left after that. I literally was just
You'd
like,
have to.
Yeah, I think there was just like there was no like staying around, hanging out, watching a show. It was just more like, and I just like I remember getting in my car and just going.
Did he come in you or did he use a condom?
Honestly, I said, "Do you have a condom?" And I don't know if he used it. I can't remember.
You could have gotten a disease. Cue the track.
I can cure your disease with PrEP.
Well, you can't cure it with PrEP, but
that's true. That's preventative.
Preventative care.
Yeah, so that was like my first experience. So and then after that, I don't think I really had too much sex. It was more of like making out and sucking dick. Honestly,
Love.
After that, because like I was just like, that was a bad experience, so I was just like, yeah, I don't need to do that again. Like I just wanted to like get it over with, which is annoying because it's like it's different because we're all brought up with like you need to lose your virginity young, basically, and it's like, no, you don't, and it's like for a gay person, like it's like I don't need to, there's no cherry popping, and if you're bleeding out of there, there's something wrong. So it's like there's no like, it's like I don't need to have something up my ass. I'm sorry.
And that's drag.
And that's maybe that's drag. And so yeah, I'm here to tell you, you don't need to have something up your ass. You too can be a side. Shout out to all the sides out there. Love you. We support you because I know that there's side shaming happening.
What?
Well, okay, that was my first. That was my makeout. Was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Sucking dick. God, the amount of times I went to the place we shall not name's bathroom,
and just
to try to but this is me like blackout, and like.
So you don't remember them?
No, I do.
Oh,
but because but my drunk brain was like, I need to hook up right now, like.
I need to put a penis in my body.
And I would just like go to the bathroom and like actually go to the bathroom like I needed to, but
like,
then
I
was like, you do the like, who's in here? Have you ever hooked up in a bathroom?
I don't think so.
I ask the hard hitting questions in this pod.
I don't think so.
You've never hooked up in a bathroom?
Okay, so we'll get to it when I talk about my three things. But like, no, because I was never drunk.
No,
obviously for one.
Honestly, I would never hook up in a bathroom now.
And then for two, well, I mean, like my personal bathroom. But at the end of the day,
a public bathroom.
At the end of the day, when I'm going to hook up, I'm like, we should be. I was like, people are like, you've ever been on the apps?
Yes.
Cock this. You've ever been on the apps and somebody's like, come meet me at this like bathroom stall, or like come meet me out in public at this one place. That's happened to me while I'm like talking to the apps, right? That. And I go, or you could like come to my house.
Yeah. No, they love.
But it's the taboo disgustingness
and
of it.
and it's like they think that like house sex is so vanilla.
I'm like, or we can like be comfortable in my house. We can make as much noise as we want. We can like do whatever. Like,
yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we doing?
Oh, to have a
we're gonna go to the fucking
to
Macy's
have
bathroom.
I know. Oh yeah, like on like Sniffies, you see like where they're gonna be in 10 minutes.
Oh,
and I'm like, wow, everyone's in a mall trying to like fucking suck a dick in a bathroom.
No, literally.
It's crazy. This is for the straights that don't know. Everywhere you go, there's sex happening. Everywhere you go, there's a straight guy that's married that is having like sucking dick in a bathroom. So just so you know, nowhere is safe. Hide your kids.
Not the baseball stadium, not the new.
Literally everywhere. Where's the? Oh, there's like a park.
Not the new old Bill Stadium or the new Bill Stadium.
Oh yeah, there's sex happening everywhere. Like that's why I feel like our society like runs on sex. Like decisions are made based on how much like sex someone's having. Or, you know, like because it really does it could affect your mood. It could affect your like brain. And like there's people that are sex addicts that are making decisions and all this shit. Like it's crazy out here.
You're so cracked for that, but it's so true.
But it's so true.
It's so true.
So yeah, what's your 3?
Oh, okay,
so make out.
Hold on, let me get my pussy right.
When's your first kiss ever and with a man?
My first kiss ever was with my bestie Sam Benz. Hey Sam, shout out to Sam.
Oh my god.
Sam knows this. This is actually
We
tea.
love Sam.
We love Sam. We're Daytime Buffalo, serving cunt, love.
See you there.
Love Sam. She was actually my first kiss with anybody.
Was like a
No, it was actually like kind of like movie. It was like movie magic in a funny way, which we'll get to. So essentially what happened, this is high school. I want to say I was 17 or 18, can't remember. I think I was 18 before I went to college and before I had come out to everybody. And I hadn't come out to her. And this was actually so funny. So I'm so stupid. Like I'm so cracked out like this.
Yeah.
I write a note. I pick up Sam because we used to go like on picnics and stuff. We just do like late night like.
Oh my god, are you guys married?
People used to. That was she was my beard for a long time. So like, in high school, I would like pick her up from her place, and we would go like to a park at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. We go to this is when Walmart was 24 hours. We go to Walmart, grab shit.
I loved going on late night Walmart runs.
So we used to do all that shit, right? So back in high school, I think it was August of 2015, I wrote a note. I said, I have to do it. I've just got to do it. I wrote a note that said, like, I have to tell you something, but I need to get this off my chest and like get this over with first or something. So I took her to Niagara Falls, and before midnight at like 11:59, I had her read this note. And then midnight hit on my phone, and then we kissed, and then we like kissed because it was my first legitimate kiss, and I was really worried. Sam will probably tell you she didn't feel like this, which is probably true. I'm just saying from my own mind, I was really, really worried that I was like very, very aggressively leading her on in a bad way. Like I was like, we were hanging out so often, we were absolute besties. I was like genuinely worried that I was like, I'm like, I know I'm gay. Am I like, is this person who I am like deeply, deeply friends with, like besties forever? Like she's a straight woman, and I'm worried that I'm like leading her on in a bad way.
Well, you're making out with her.
So I said, I have to tell you something. So she reads the note. It's midnight. I kiss her. I pull away for her. I go, I'm gay. And she goes, I know. And then we just hug. And it was this amazing like movie moment where we were just so happy. And
Wait,
I was like,
did the note say you were gay?
No, it didn't say that. It was like, I have to tell you something really, really important. I can't remember what it
kissed?
said. Yeah, but I said, I have to ask you to do something first. I was like, so I was like, can we kiss? So then we kissed at midnight. And then I pull away from her and I go, and this is before I'm like out. I had like come out to very few people at that point. I just went, I'm gay. And she goes, I know. And then we like hugged. And it was so happy. It was so amazing.
Wait, that
and
is
then
the
it felt
funniest
so
but cutest
powerful
thing ever.
Yeah, it
like,
was such a powerful moment.
The fact that you were like, I need to kiss you first and then I'll say.
I don't think she
or like, or was it just more of just like,
Sam,
we just got to do it.
No, Sam, remind me in the comments if you watch this or just text me.
We'll see you on Daytime.
We'll see you on I'll see you when I talk to you on Daytime.
Oh my God. Which would have already happened.
Like, but it's 3 days from now, but days in the past.
Yeah, we need to talk. We need to talk about it.
If I remember,
that's so funny.
I don't
I mean,
want
that
to.
is
I
a
don't want
very
to
gay
misspeak.
way
I don't
to
want to
kiss
misspeak.
someone.
I don't want to misspeak.
That's a very
but
gay situation.
I am almost positive she hadn't had hers either.
Hmm.
So I think
So it
we.
was
So
just like, let's
the
just
idea
get
was
this
like,
over with.
let's do
Yeah.
this for each other.
And she knew.
And she knew.
And
I
she didn't
obviously
even
was
say
so
anything.
gay.
Yeah.
But like, I was really
You kissed
worried.
her like this. Like
No, I was just like Trixie. I said, "Hey, girl. Hey,
you
bring
said,
that over
I'm
here."
actually gay.
It was. It was a really powerful moment,
Yeah,
especially at the
I like
falls and midnight and like blah 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 whatever.
That's
it was
a very gay thing to.
It's a very gay Western
do.
New York thing to do.
Yeah, like, oh my god, we're gonna kiss at midnight in the falls.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, I'm
I
straight.
made it a thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I have
Imagine
to
if
do
a
this.
straight person
I was
did
like,
that.
I have to do this. If this isn't going to be with a man, I have to do this in like a
With friends,
dramatic
like,
way.
yeah.
I have to do it dramatic. I have to make it
said it.
memorable. I need to do it in a way we can get it over with. And that's why I said I'm almost positive, if I remember correctly, she hadn't had her like legitimate
Well,
first
it's the best
kiss.
the best way to
So
do
we're
it
like,
is
let's
like with
just
a
do
friend,
it together.
You know?
Let's do it together. Let's do it at the fucking falls. Let's be cunt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me come out to you, and you be like, I totally know, but now we're both done with our first kiss. And now we're done with it. And
now
the two of us can move on to our respective things that we want to do without the fear of like, I already kissed my best friend.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, like passionately kissed my best friend at the falls. I'm like, perfect. Good done.
So
over
great.
with. Love her. That was my first kiss.
Yeah.
My first kiss with the guys with my ex. Ugh, disgusting. I know. Oh my God.
Bye.
Literal
Literally
throw
throwing
up.
up.
Throwing
Yeah.
up. Pissing, shitting, and farting and throwing up. Do you want to know the crazy part though? So that was at age 19. That was after my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
The first time I ever sucked a dick was 2 years before that. Before I kissed
You sucked
somebody.
a dick before you kissed somebody?
Mhm.
Wow, that's a gay,
I will leave.
that's a
I will
gay
leave the
journey.
boy's name
Don't say it.
unspoken.
Oh, okay. His
'Cause
name
I
is
don't-
his name is
because
Jimmy. We're just gonna say Jimmy.
Sure.
If you're gonna talk about him.
Whatever. So that's not his name. I will say that. Ooh, my legs are
Obviously,
sore.
I'm joking.
No, I'm just saying. But like,
What if,
That
his-
could-
what
but
if
it
it
could've
was
been
his name and then
Could've
I
been.
said a fake last name, but it actually was his last name?
that would be crazy. You actually probably in all reality could genuinely guess this person's name because it's not that complicated. But this was a boy that I had been going to school with for years, literally years.
Literally.
And before him, there was one guy, the one guy that that one. There was a guy who's I've been friends with for years, and that's a whole hookup story that we should talk about. Like we could talk about in this episode. But the first time I ever really like sucked a dick, I was like trying to be like, nope, I'm just gonna do hand stuff. I haven't kissed a boy, I haven't done anything. I'm just gonna do hand stuff. Then one day, I don't remember how this all happened. I don't remember if he was like drinking when he was like 17 or like whatever. This is a guy I've been going to school with for a long time. Since like 5th, 6th grade, and for some reason we were just like, I think if I remember correctly, we were maybe like kind of being like flirtatious at school that day. It was like weird because I think we were talking about like schoolwork or something.
This is in college?
This is in high school.
Oh, yeah, you're sucking a dick in high school.
And I was messaging him like later into the night, and then this is why Mom can't listen to this episode. This is so crazy.
You better not be listening.
You better not be listening, Mom. She's logged off hours before
Thank
this.
God.
So we're messaging, and then he's like, we ended up sexting, and I was like, oh my God, like this is like a straight guy. Like what is going on? I mean, and to this day, I don't believe that he identifies with queer in any way, shape, or form. But I know
And
that.
this is why
but I know
that married guys.
But
exist.
I know that I was not the only guy that he ever fooled around with after the fact.
No.
So
you set him off on a journey.
So this is the thing. He came to a place by my house that shall not be named. By my parents' house. Came to a place by my parents' house that I could walk to. I left the house, said, Mom, I'm gonna walk over to the whatever the fuck, whatever. Just a totally bullshit whatever. I just give her some bullshit. Left the house, walk over there, get in the back of his car, and then I'm like, I'm sorry. Me being like very type A, I was like, I've never sucked a dick before, obviously. I just need you to know that. Like, tell me. I've seen it, obviously, like in porn, but like, just let me know if I'm doing something wrong. I was very like, I want to be like very like servicing.
Yeah, and you want.
I want it to be very good.
That
I mean,
makes
that
makes sense.
happened. That's happened all the way up until the future present day. So
Future present.
and so there was like, okay, so that was the first dick I sucked. It was nice. It was fine.
Did he give you any notes?
Kind of. I don't really remember, but he definitely was like, do this, do that, like don't stop,
That,
blah blah blah.
I mean,
whatever,
that's the good way to give notes. If you're gonna give someone notes, say it in a sexy way during it. What you want, just say what you want. You don't have to say like they're bad. Just
and that was, I think, the only time him and I fooled around. But that was literally the only time we actually genuinely fooled around. I wish we would have, because he looks nice. He looks fine. He's a nice dick, so whatever. And then that was it. That was the first time I sucked a dick. And then after that,
just went on.
after
a
that,
rampage.
I don't think I didn't. I didn't really. I did a fool around with a couple more guys during my last year of high school. Maybe like 3 in total. I think I can actually name all 3 of them.
Do it.
Are we gonna bleep these?
I don't know them, so it's not gonna even be fun for me.
Wait, I'll say all 3 names, but Ditzy, you have to bleep these names.
Okay, say it.
Their names are
Those are the
most basic. There was probably 30 of them.
Ever.
30 of those guys' names in
That
my
is
school
so
alone.
funny.
Alone.
No one would know.
So those are the 3 guys I fooled around with. That I remember very specifically, and then that it was what it was. And then I went to university. I finished freshman year, came home, started dating. You know how, piece of shit. And then he was my first male kiss, and I remember it being. This is so unfortunate, guys. Let me say something before I tell you about my interactions with the guy, because he was also the first person I slept with legitimately. Everything that I'm about to say about this person, please take with a grain of salt. This person is not a good human being. They have a penchant for liking small children. They are a piece of shit. They are horrible. I hope they're dead now. It'll be a good thing for the world if they were. If they're not, oh well. Sorry about it. Like, I don't know where they are. I don't speak to them. Obviously, they're terrible. Anyway,
That being said,
but at the time, mind you, we're flashing back before I had to deal with all that bullshit. At the time, he was, it was just, he was friends with my Magic the Gathering, nerdy play group. I matched him during spring break when I was home. During school that whole first year when I was out, nothing happened. I was so afraid of guys. Couldn't do anything. It was a whole thing. Ended up coming home, dating this guy. Then we're laying on the floor, we're wanting to we're fake cutesy wrestling or whatever. And then eventually we just he goes to kiss me, and I'm like, ooh, and I pull back for a second because I wasn't prepared for it. He's like, oh, it's okay. Do you not want to? And then I just went for it.
Yeah.
So it's very movie. I'm always having movie moments.
wait.
Because then.
Let's talk about this for a
No,
second.
hold on.
We love a movie moment.
Because first actual kiss, movie moment.
Yeah.
First sucking dick, actually kind of a we moment, because it was
a sucking dick movie moment.
That's what I'm saying. It was
porn.
kind of funny. It was like a Amy Schumer moment.
Yeah.
Then it was us having this fake wrestling thing where we're flirting and cuddling on the floor and all this stuff, and then we kiss for real life legitimately with a guy. And then after that, it was I told him I've never had sex, obviously. I never had sex, so I was I do want it to be special, because something about I need it to be special for some reason.
Did you research anything beforehand? How to suck a dick, or how to douche, or how to are you prepared?
Yeah, actually I did.
I didn't prepare at all.
I was fully reading. This is so bad. Oh my God. I'm fully reading Cosmopolitan articles about what to do when you want to have anal, or what to do. So I was fully dushed. My first time.
That's really great.
Fully dushed.
Great for you and him.
And I was I really want this to be special. Mind you, some of my friends in that friend group also knew that I was a virgin still, and they wanted me to also have a special moment. So he enlisted their help by getting flowers and candles and a bunch of other stuff, and he made the whole bed and covered it in rose petals and the lit candles and everything for me.
He went
it was again a movie moment.
Yes,
very movie moment. Then get this. This is where it becomes a Willa moment, a real life my moment.
Oh God.
We totally have this planned out. I'm I want to do it. I definitely want to. I'm very into you. Let's do it. I think we had fooled around a little bit before that still, so we still hadn't gone for it.
Insertion.
I decided, I'm we're going to do it on this day. We're just going to do it. So he plans it all out for me. I get there. It's amazing. I'm yes, I want to. I want to have sex. So we go into his room and I see the room. I'm this is amazing. I'm this is so cool. This is going to be so awesome. Whatever. I
What?
like in like a movie kind of like way. I was trying to have it be a movie moment, and I like jump onto the bed, like plop onto it, and I wanted to feel like pussy, like so amazing. I broke the bed. I broke one of the support like slats underneath it. Yeah. Oh my god, it was so funny, and I was like, holy shit! Oh my god,
Like
I'm so
you
sorry.
wanted to
And
be
like,
ooh.
yeah, I wanted it to be like, oh, like I was
Like a fainting couch. Yeah.
like get onto it, and I fully
That
like put
is-
my whole. And again, I was like 240 pounds.
Yeah. A big
Broke
bitch.
the bed. Broke one of the
That
support
is
beams,
so
not
funny.
the like actual frame. We were still able to completely sleep on it and everything, but literally broke one of the like supports that go horizontal to
Yeah.
your bodies.
So funny.
We still had sex.
Yeah.
It was still great.
That's great.
He was at the time. Again, this is a grain of salt. So I already gave the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Very impressed with my ability to like not be in pain. I was like, this is great. I was
Have
like, this
you
is
okay?
awesome.
So before your first time having a penis in you,
Yeah.
did you like
Some
experiment?
items, some fingers.
Yeah.
Like small, like cylindrical objects. You know.
Remember when we asked each other what's the craziest thing you put up your ass?
A little shampoo bottle. A little travel shampoo bottle. It was like this big. It was like this.
we're just
It was
saying
like this
it.
tall, and it was like about this much around. Because this is the thing that they don't talk about. It's like
When you're
There
gay
is
and
a-
you don't know
what to do.
You don't have any people to talk about it with
No.
because everyone's either in the closet or straight or anything.
But like, and
Or
the thing
just
is
is not comfortable talking about it.
if somebody, one of your family members or something finds out that you're a straight guy and you're like experimenting with putting your dick in things.
Yeah.
I mean,
sock.
guys are doing that too. Like gay guys are doing that. Too.
Yeah.
But like,
it's
and that's like acceptable. But it's not acceptable for me to figure out like I like some
something
things in
up
my
my
ass.
butt.
You know what I mean? So then I'm like, okay. So that was like a really great move. So I remember doing it twice that night too because I was like, this was great. Let's do it again.
My God,
and he
you
was
were
like,
born to take it up the butt.
what? Good bottom. And also a
and
pretty
I've-
decent top too.
Oh,
You've never said that.
I've never done it.
You've never
I've
topped
never
at all?
topped.
Not once?
No.
Crazy.
I just like, okay, for me, I just like, I'm not in that energy. Like, I feel like I need to be, I'm more of like the submissive role in the bedroom.
Period.
What are you? You're a bossy bottom.
I don't like any nomenclature for bottoms that makes them sound like bratty in a way.
You're
so
like
bossy.
okay, fine.
or-
You're a assertive, assertive bottom.
I feel like it really depends. I'm very much a switch. But I like to be dominant in any role. I like to very much compliment my partner in whatever way that they're interested in being complimented. So if they're a top, but they're like, I've had soft tops before that are like, I just want to like be taken care of. And I'm like, okay, I will throw you around and still bottom, but like throw you around.
Yeah.
I've had guys who the only thing I haven't participated in is being a soft top myself.
Yeah.
Because that's
See,
not
yeah.
that's not my journey. That's not my truth. It's not. I mean, I could be a submissive bottom,
Yeah.
a dominant bottom. Orally, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Orally gifted
Orally gifted and talented. Thank you.
and blessed.
Blessed and highly favored. And then yeah, I just like I've done a lot of stuff, but
What's your favorite sexual thing to do? If you
this
had to
is
choose?
such a tough question.
I know there's so many things because you're a whore.
No, I'm just free. I don't even feel like a whore because I don't have sex that much.
I know.
I really don't.
We're dry up in here.
It's dry up. Like I don't have sex that often. I mean, you want to talk about some whores? The crazy part is we're saying this on camera, and our friends they don't even have time to be on camera. They're such whores. They're
Their
going to the
schedule
afters.
is so packed.
They're going
with
to the
penis.
afters 3 times a week to have sex. They're going
3 times a week.
Yeah, Thursday night, Friday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night.
See, this is a world where
I'm exaggerating, but I'm
I
not
know.
exaggerating.
And especially in the summer, these bitches be out on the streets.
They be out.
Like I kind of live for just hearing about it sometimes because I'm
Yes.
just like, this is so not my world, and like I just like
Well, the sex parties at a certain person's house for the afters, whose name will not be mentioned.
tally that because that was the second time you said that. No, but like the world, the world of like just like sex parties and stuff like that. Like that's just not something I ever even thought existed
Right.
for the longest time. And like now that I'm like older, like I just like don't have any interest in doing that,
Not
and
at all.
especially sober too. Like I'm just like, there's no. I mean, especially in Buffalo, I doubt like many people are going there sober.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah,
I've
they're on
heard the
something.
stories.
Yeah,
I've
like
heard the stories plenty of times.
it's not like one of
'Cause
those
some of
like
my friends used to come home after those, and I would
Yeah.
hear about those stories.
yeah, like mine is mine is like if I were to do that, it would need to be at like a high-end sex club, which is one of my things on my bucket list.
Oh my God, love.
Yeah. But I would I would want to be with a partner that I'm like exploring fun with and just like
Interesting.
kind of just like go out and have like a really like a black tie event. Like and then just like
Black.
tie.
I get it. I totally
Would you
get
ever go to a sex club or a bathhouse or something?
it. So the answer is no.
Okay.
I will say that obviously we've hit our 3 bullet points that we wanted to hit before we get into
Just like
our
fun
last
things.
part where we start talking about just random events and stories.
Yeah.
From my experience, I have plenty of friends who have done bathhouses.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of I've heard plenty of stories.
There's nothing in Buffalo.
At the
like
end of the
that,
day,
right?
there's one in Rochester. I think is the
With the
closest.
spa
and
thing.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
The thing is respectfully, I've always hated my body.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Respectfully.
I've always hated
That's
it.
why she wears titties.
Oh. That sound is crazy on
That's
the
wild.
sound.
I love it.
So no, I've always hated my body.
Yeah.
I've always had a problem with the way my body is shaped, the way it looks.
Yeah, and
even
you
now,
cannot go into
even
those
currently,
insecure.
Even currently at like the lowest I've been in a decade and a half at like 210, and like losing all this weight from doing drag and like being like much more cinched at the waist even without a corset, and still having love handles. That's whatever. But like,
You're still iffy about it.
I'm
Like,
still iffy.
Yeah.
Because
You're
even
not
when we,
fully like,
even when we
I
used to go
love
to like,
myself no matter what.
well,
You're not
even when
that.
we used to go to Buddy, my thing is like, even when we used to go to Buddy Buddy, that's where the rejection was like really happening. Where I'm like, everyone's here to just suck dick and cock, right? And like be like disgusting and like make out on the dance floor. And I would be like, hey, I'd be like dancing with somebody, I'd be like, you want to make out? And they're like, no. Or they just like turn away and be like, and that rejection, I'm like, listen, everyone should be good at accepting rejection.
Yeah, it's an art form.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm better.
I think you're better.
But in a way that I'm like, instead of like having to go about being rejected, why even put myself in that situation?
Yeah.
So then to go to a bathhouse where I'm walking around and I'm like not very interesting to look at, and I go around and like, hey, like,
Yeah.
hey, like, you know, like I don't even know how to approach the subject.
No, I think
Do you know
it's
what I
more-
mean?
I
Like
think
I would
it's-
never.
I
It's not
think it-
interesting to me because I don't even want to be rejected by one person. At least like on the apps, the people who are going to reject you will reject you before they even see you. In the cases of like these places to go to, I would be going to the place to then be rejected in person.
See, and this is
that
where,
I would
and this
be
is
so
where I
awful
know,
upsetting.
but this is where a little mindset shift would work for you. Balls out.
I can't. I gotta
This is where a little mindset shift would work with you, because I think you're just going into those situations, or you were going into those situations with expectations of something happening.
Mm-hmm.
When I think that if you were to go into a bathhouse or a sex club or something like that, or another, what is going on?
No, we're done.
Oh. And we're going to break. So I think where you would benefit is a little mindset shift, because I think you're going into those situations with preconceived expectations. And I think that if you were to go into a sex club or a bathhouse, I think that you would just be like, all right, I'm not, or let's say buddy buddy or some like circuit party. You go, I'm going to go into this with zero expectations. And my only goal is to go in there, let's say go on the dance floor, vibe with my friends, or just vibe alone. I'm going to go to the bar, grab a drink, like a, Coke or something like that. And then
Oh!
I knew that was coming. I should have said Diet Coke. And then you just go, okay. And then if nothing happens, fine. But if something did happen, it's a plus. So it's like your expectations are too high of like this crazy situation happening. Because I used to do that too. I used to leave being like, or just like getting into these weird head spaces. But now it's like I go out and I even just regular going.
Well,
out.
I just wouldn't go out. That's the thing.
Well, then yeah, then
That's
you
why I don't put myself in
then
those
you don't want to
situations.
go out. Period.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. So
That's why I don't go. I don't go out to those clubs for a lot of reasons, or to those events for a lot of reasons. But also, I'm like, I'm not gonna go put myself in a precarious situation. Where I'm not under the influence of any drugs or alcohol. I'm not under the influence of really anything. And I go there, and I'm like, I don't want most of the people that I know to see me nude or
Yeah.
lewd or
Yeah.
crass. I don't know about the other girls because the girls that have been to the bathhouses, I've heard the stories. I'm like, they're just walking around sucking dick together.
No,
And
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
couldn't do that.
No.
Because I like separation of church and state.
I like there to be maybe a little bit of intermingling for certain people, but when that happens, it's those certain people.
Yeah.
And only those ones.
Yeah, like we could never go together.
Oh my God, no, I would literally throw up. I would throw up, piss, shit, and fart all over the place. I'd be like, bleh!
I would just be like having a good time, and I just hear. Bleh, bleh.
You're like, Will, are you choking over there? I'm like, no, I'm throwing
Yeah,
up.
on a dick.
I'm throwing up on you. Do you ever have somebody say that just go ahead and throw up? I had somebody literally,
Where?
they were choking me with their dick, and they said, that I was like, "Bleh," and I came off of it, and I was like,
No.
and they were like, why'd you stop? I was like, I'm not throwing up on your dick. They were like, well, do what you gotta do. I was like, no! This isn't even about your dick. I don't care. It's about me throwing up. I'm not burning the back of my throat
For you?
with vomit and vomit on the dick. I literally,
I'm quitting.
Sick.
I'm quitting being gay.
Sick.
I
Sick.
hate
Disgusting.
men.
These were straight guys too.
Yeah. Actually, can we go back to the circuit party thing? Because I would be very, I'd be very interested to see how many people would still go to a circuit party if it was sober, no drugs, no alcohol. Like if they were to like literally choose not to go.
Our next event, Sober 16 sponsors a circuit party.
I would. Sober on sex.
Sober circuit party.
Sober circuits. Sober circuits. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like a lot of people are so hypersexual because of drugs and alcohol.
Yep.
And it's like when I stopped drinking, I had to take like a year and a half to like not hook up with anybody because I was just like, I need to like find my body and feel sexy. So like I would like do like
I'm
fun
feeling
things.
sexy
I would like
and
buy little
free.
toys. You know, you buy toys to like figure out what you like really. And then once I was like comfortable with just like being nude in my house and just like living my life, then I could go and have sex sober. And now I'm a sexual person, but I'm not like overly sexual.
I think we should do one story each. Like, come up with a story but to finish up the episode.
I have a crazy one.
Go ahead. Because I want to decide what story I should tell.
Okay.
So I'm going to sit right here and I'm gonna think about it while you're talking to me.
This is not a crazy, I guess not. Well, yeah, it is.
I do know the story.
So this one is about when I was wasted.
Of course.
Of
course that is pinching.
There's like a couple actually, but so I throw back to the beginning of the episode when I said I would go to the bathroom at the place that we shall not name. And I walked in wasted, peered into the stall, and I was like, oh, someone's like pissing in the stall. And I just like opened the door, and then I was just like, I don't know what I said, honestly, but I just was like, I get in there, and
he
then
starts pissing in your mouth?
no, but piss is included in this story.
Ew! Okay.
So then we were like fooling around in the stall, and then made our way to a cab because at the time I don't think Uber was even here. I know, I'm old.
Kalaki boots.
And so we get back to my house, and we're like fooling around in my bed. All of a sudden, we're both like passed out, right? Like nothing really happened because like he was way too drunk. I was I was wasted, but he was like way wasted. I wake up and I'm facing out and he's behind me, like cuddling kind of thing. And I just like got up from you know when you like sweat a lot?
Yeah.
Like and when you're just like feel like you're like wet. I was just like, oh my God, I'm like sweating. So like I like go and like I go to the bathroom, like change my shirt, and then like I get back in the bed. And then he wakes up and like tries to like cuddle me. And I was like, do not put your arm around me. I hate this. Like a stranger. I had birds at the time with Beck, my roommate.
Oh yeah.
And they were chirping. And he starts talking shit about my birds. I didn't even care for the birds, really honestly. But they're my birds. So if you're going to talk shit about them, he was like, God, those things are so loud. Like, ugh, you have birds as pets. And then he wanted to like stay for breakfast. He like wanted to like do all these things when I just wanted him to leave. Like, get out of my fucking house.
I just tell people to leave.
Yeah. Well, so I get up and he's like, I'm like, all right, stop talking shit about my birds. You gotta go. Like, then I was getting annoyed. So I kicking him out, and then I like threw a shirt at him, and then his like pants were in between the bed and the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like was trying to find his pants, and he was standing over there in my room. I open up the covers. There is a huge piss puddle all on my bed.
Oh my God.
So it was not sweat when I woke up.
Did you piss yourself?
No.
He pissed.
He was behind me.
Yeah.
He just fully let out his bladder on my back and the bed.
Was he nude?
No.
No, like was he nude when he was sleeping next to you?
Probably. He probably was
So
like
his dick
he was
literally
probably
your back.
Winnie the Poohing it.
His dick pissed on your back.
Literally full stream ahead. It was
Choo choo.
It was so I saw that and I just grabbed his pants and I chucked them at him and I just go, "It's time for you to leave."
It's like,
and
you pissed in my bed. It's time for you to go.
And,
Did you tell them?
And he was annoying. No, and I did
What was
save
his name?
I forgot. It was like this tall older guy. But I did like save him the embarrassment by not telling him about the piss, but I just was like, "You gotta leave." And then he was like moseying around, like trying to like fucking like take his time, and I go, "I'm gonna call your Uber right now." So I like got his address finally, and I like
Wait, then you didn't take a cab because you just called an Uber.
oh wait, it was an Uber, so it was more recent than I thought. No, it was like when I was like 25, and yeah, so then I like finally got him out. I had to go to like fucking Walmart and buy urine remover.
Extreme Mattress Warehouse.
Yeah, and baking soda, and like I researched how to get out piss in your mattress.
What a great Saturday.
And I know it was wild to like have to like put, and I was like, "Huh, the dog again," like to the checkout. Like I was like, "Oh, these damn dogs," because it literally just says urine remover. So yeah, that being said, that was one of my low points in my life.
Is that what that really turned it around after that?
Like I mean, you lose them how you got them. I got him in the bathroom at Marcella's, and he left my house the same way.
Leaving your house a bathroom.
Yeah, he literally left my house a bathroom.
So
that was one of those
tough.
things where I said, you know what, maybe I shouldn't drink anymore.
As much. Yeah, maybe I should really cut back on that.
But there is more stories to be had. But you go. Yikes.
Did I tell the story of the first time I hooked up, like in drag? I think I did, didn't I?
Probably to me.
Oh, I don't want to retell it if I've already told it.
Say
It's the one who had kids whose ass like smelled really bad. Do you remember that?
No.
Does that sound familiar to you?
Not to me at all.
At all.
Zero.
It doesn't? Okay, good.
Whose ass smell bad? Oh God, I'm sick. Who's that?
Oh, wait. I said I'm not wearing pads. Wait, hold on. Marjorie must be. I'm not.
Oh, Marjorie's the guest.
And yes, you may. Do you have tights to use? Okay. She asked me if she can use my pads tonight. I was like, yeah, sure. Because she was like, Mary said that you're not using your pads. And I was like, no, I don't want to today. I'm like feeling lazy today. So, and because like, whatever, I just wear a corset. I'm sitting down in a fucking go-go outfit.
Balls out.
Pussy out.
Pussy.
Okay.
So
I decided that this is the story I'm going to tell today. I have plenty of hookup stories because I have had a lot of hookups. Most of them are non-memorable.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
let's do a disclaimer. There's very few that are memorable in my life.
I want to say that I do remember most of them.
Well,
if I really
let's
think
say worth
about
mentioning.
It, yeah. Let me give you a little appetizer first before we get to the real one. I want to say that this one time I invited this guy over here to my house. This was like when I first moved in back in 2020. COVID. I just find the way that he said this like so funny. So I usually don't get a blowjob, but I was like, okay, well, we'll just do it to each other. I said, great. Like, that's what we said. That's what we settled on, right?
Mutual.
It's just mutual. He comes over and he's like blowing me or whatever. And I was like, I finish, and then I'm like, okay, your turn. He's like, actually, I did a bunch of cocaine before this, so I'm probably not gonna get hard. He looked me dead in the face and went, no, I did a bunch of cocaine before this. He's like, I don't think I'm gonna get hard, so we'll just do this. Because I was like, no, this was before I finished. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want to just be done.
Yeah.
I want, let's just go back and forth. And he was like, nah, I'm not gonna. I was like,
Girl.
okay. I don't even know how to respond to that as like a completely sober person.
Can't.
So I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
But he wasn't like you know what I mean?
No,
Like not like cracked out. He was just like, oh, I did that, so it's not gonna happen for me. And I was like, oh.
And like, what time was this?
It was like
Late night.
12.
Okay, but is it a weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he's like out partying with his
Maybe,
friends,
I don't
probably.
know.
Or just doing it by himself. That's crazy.
That was just like I thought was funny. It's like a little appetizer.
Thank you for the little.
The real like one I wanted to talk about. I'm so sorry if I've already told this story. I don't think I have.
Yeah.
This was again about 5 years ago when I first moved in here. This is when I had first basically started doing drag, and I started posting it on my like Facebook and everything. And some guy like randomly slid into my DMs, and he was like a local amateur wrestler. Like, there's like amateur wrestling like places around here where like I have a lot of people from North Tonawanda that I've seen like do that kind of stuff. But this guy like messaged me, and he lived in NT, so like whatever. So he's like, oh, I want to like hook up with you so bad. He's like, whatever. He's like basically the white trash hillbilly like bullshit that I used to like fall for in NT. So I was like, whatever, cool.
Oh, we're so romantic.
But he wants me to like hook up in drag, and I had never done that before. And I'm like, okay. So I throw on like truly what I consider like to this like the times that I've gotten into drag to hook up with some random like in the closet straight man, and it's not like right after a gig. I mean, it's hard to say because there's one guy that I would only do it with, but I would get into like
how many people?
How many different people I've hooked up with in drag? Maybe like
how many people?
8.
So yeah, that's 8 people in this area that want that.
So so this guy was like the first one, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So then I get put on a light little beat, which is so ugly, a light dusting. I put on like my basic black dress. I put on this basic like black dress that I had, and I think I put on like a thong that came with my like corset, which isn't a real thong. It's like literally like
it's
a piece
like plastic.
It's like a piece of just a triangle of fabric with like elastic like bands that go around. So it's basically nothing. And I put that on. Truly, I put that on. I put the little black dress on. I put my ugly pink hair on. This is like we're talking Boo Boo the Fool looking Party City shit. Go to the what
picture?
Oh, I don't think I have a picture of that.
Please,
404 picture not.
You need to. You need to. Every time you hook up in drag, just take a picture so we can post it on here. This is what you look like.
So I go over to this guy's house. Right. This is where this is how crazy. It is.
What's the interaction when you first open the door? Are you like, hey,
he's
big boy?
He's like, oh my god, you're like so beautiful. I'm living because I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Like, whatever. So we go to his bedroom. We go into his house, ranch style house. I hear.
I would have assumed he had a double.
We go to ranch. So then we go in the room. We go into his house. It's kind of like it's a little not trashed, but like it's not kept. Whatever. We go to the bedroom. I'm like, okay. We like go inside the bedroom. There's 2 mattresses in there. One on the frame and then like one on the other side of the room. I'm like, okay, weird. And it's not clean, but it's not dirt. It's not like trashed, but it's there's stuff everywhere. I'm like, okay, whatever. So like we get into the room, and then we like start. We're starting to get like hot and cute, like fool around a little bit, and he like wants to play with me. I want to play with him, whatever. And like, and then he at one point is like, I'm like, hear children out in the hallway. And
Not
I'm like,
out in the hallway.
No, literally. And I'm like, oh, and these doors are like the classic like paper bag color where they're like the flimsiest and completely hollow.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like real trashy.
What were the kids saying? Like playing
Just
together?
like playing. Just like and it's like 6-7 year old sounding children. It's like 10 p.m. or some shit like that. It's the nighttime. It was dark when I got there.
Go to bed, bitch.
I get inside. I'm like, is that gonna? He's like, oh, sorry, I have to go check on them. I said, okay. So he leaves and he
Wait,
comes
you
back
didn't even
in.
know that they had
No,
kids at this
he
point.
goes out there and then he comes back and then he gone for a second. And I go, okay, weird. And
Yeah,
then he comes
what's
back
going
in.
on? What's going
closes
on in
the
your head?
door.
Like, should I leave?
And then he closes the door. I said, okay. And then he's like, oh, no, it's fine. And then I was like, well, hopefully they don't come in here. He's like, oh, well, the door doesn't lock. So whatever if it does.
We'll see.
The door doesn't lock. And we're about to
No.
have like a whole like TS fantasy hookup. I'm like, this is crazy. So then he's like, he wants to play with me. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he's like, play with my genitalia. And then he's like, oh, do you want to eat my ass? And I was like, now, mind you, I hadn't hooked up with a ton of people, but I feel pretty strongly like I do like eating ass personally.
We know.
But I pretty much always require whoever I am going to do that with to like shower with me in my house.
Oh my God, I'm sick already.
I'm like, get into my shower with me. I
so
just want to make sure that I've seen it cleaned in person.
Especially if you're a stranger.
Yes, especially if it's I mean, if it's somebody I've hooked up with several times, you know, if it's somebody that I'm like cool with, and then it's like, well,
like,
I know
get
that
their
you take
habits.
care of yourself, and like, yeah, I'm sure. Or I'm like, I'll be like, you need to shower before you get here. And if they get here and I see that their hair is wet,
yeah, some of these people are out here like just not not confirming.
This man turned around, bent a little bit over, spread his ass cheeks, and when I tell you,
Don't tell me.
the air distorted from the smell. Do you know that like on SpongeBob when it goes like brrr, like when a bad smell happens?
It's like the cloud.
Yeah. I feel like if I had looked at it in infrared, it would have like there would have been like moss growing. This was the nastiest, dirtiest smelling thing I had ever experienced. I was like, oh,
I can't even continue this conversation.
it was literally so
I have a headache already.
repulsed. I was so
throwing up.
fucking repulsed.
Stop. This is exactly why JoJo and I don't do that.
I was so
Shout out JoJo on the
no. This is the thing. It's like I like doing that, but that's the fear that I have, which is why I only do it with people that I've like seen shower or clean up right in front of me, because myself as somebody who bottoms regularly, baby. We're
we are
cleaning the whole out until
bitch.
we're doing it till the water runs clear. And then we're getting in the shower, and then we're washing, and we're scrubbing, and we're making sure everything's clean. And then we take and then we just like freshen up, wipe up, make sure everything is real cutesy.
Little spritz.
I want it to be as if that hasn't been used in 3 years. You know, I want it to be like
your asshole.
clean and clear, fresh, clean and clear. Nothing's
clear. Neutrogena.
Exactly. No, exactly what I was going for. And then
I'm
there's people
sick.
like this man
I'm
who are.
sick.
I don't know what he thought was gonna happen.
Why would you tell someone to eat your ass?
No, that's fine.
No, what? Knowing. Knowing.
with the
The
information, knowing that
audacity.
you've never. It smelled like he had shit himself earlier that day and decided not to clean it up.
No, I really am gonna throw up. No, I'm seriously gonna throw up.
So I said I was like, oh, that's real bad. No, and then
You said, "Ooh."
no, I was like, I can't do that. I'm so sorry. It's like it's not cleaned up back there. He goes, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. Like, anyway, so then he got up, and then the kid thing happened again, where they were running in the hallway, and he's like, I gotta go. I said, so that's when I went, I gotta get out of here. So he comes back and I said, I'm sorry, I'm not really feeling it. I was like, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I get it. I know, like, I know the kids. And like,
No, it's not even the kids, bitch.
And I didn't say that because I was like, I can't. I don't want to embarrass this man. I didn't even know what to do.
I know.
I didn't know what to say.
Well,
especially
it's your
because
first time,
I'm not
dealing
like
with the situation.
I want to say like I'm not a trans person. I'm like, but this is a situation like these are the scenarios where trans people, like trans women, are in, and then they get like the shit kicked out of them. And I'm a big dude, so I'm like I could have taken this guy obviously, but I don't know how fucking crazy he is.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about this.
Because like you don't
So then I'm like-
embarrass him, and then he feels like some type of way.
He feels emasculated by
Yeah.
his like dirty asshole, and then he stabs me to death. Like I don't fucking know.
Why did you?
So then
Because the guy had a dirty asshole.
So then I go, I gotta go. So then I like leave, and obviously he
sick.
blocks me immediately. I was like, but I'm like,
Please.
oh, I'm so sorry, bye, I gotta go. I like scurry out of it. I've never run out of a house so fast in my fucking life, bro.
I'm out. I'm fucking. What's that fucking thing?
Thanos snapped,
No.
gone,
No,
disintegrated.
the Looney Tunes.
Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah. No, the Speedster.
Oh, Roadrunner. Beep beep.
Yeah, I'm road running the shit out of that house. Literally.
I was like, Anyway, so that's my fun hookup story for today.
That's disgusting. And
Do we think that's it, or is that all we want to do today?
I'll do one
each?
more because I while you were talking, I did have, when you said cocaine, I had another thought. So I was wasted outside of the Pink. You know the Pink.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Pink.
Rest in peace.
Trashy bar. And that was like a late night bar, like that goes till like freaking four on the dot. And then afterwards, everyone's outside. I'm smoking a cig, and then I was like start talking to this guy, and he, like, we kind of just, I felt a vibe that we were just like kind of hitting it off, but we were both really wasted. And he was like, I was like, oh, would you like to, I don't know who said it, but we shared an Uber. And we were like, all right, well, we'll just share it, and then I'll drop you off, and then I'll go home. That was like the plan. This random stranger. So then we get to his house, and he's like fucked up and whatever. And I just was like, I ended up getting out of the Uber with him.
Oh no, Andrew.
Going to his house. So we go up to his door, and then he would like was taking a second to like let me in, because he was just like, don't judge me, like I don't like. And he's kept like being weird and confusing. So I was like, what? Like, let's go in. What's going on? And then, I missed a part. In the Uber.
He has a bump.
In the Uber, he was like saying things that were kind of like concerning.
What do you
like
mean?
Depressive things.
Oh, like he was going to kill himself.
Yeah. So in the Uber.
Do I know this person?
No, I don't know this person. It was a random one
Are you
time.
sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Random one time.
Because it sounds eerily familiar to somebody I know.
So, well, just wait for the details. So I get out because of that. Like, I wanted to make sure like he was okay. Like, I think that was pretty much it. Then we get into his house. I'm not even kidding you. Okay. The usual couches start here, right? All the way up to the couch and even higher. All over the living room when you walk in. Plastic 2-liter bottles and cans and pizza boxes and trash.
No.
There was one trashy couch, and the whole area was just mounds.
No.
Mounds.
No.
We had to walk through a junkyard.
No. Oh
yes.
my God, no.
Then we get to his bedroom.
No.
And it's a mattress on the ground.
No.
We sit on the end of the mattress.
No.
I had no idea what to do, so I was like in shock of like what's going
You're
on.
literally shock and all. You're like,
and I was like trying to make sure he's okay and like whatever. But then like we stopped talking about depressive stuff, and we were just like, I don't know what happened. So then we started making out.
oh no.
Because I'm young and I'm like whatever.
You're like, throw caution to the wind.
Yeah, I'm
girl.
like, I don't even know what's happening, and maybe it's fine. Like, but I was like, and he's like, oh sorry, like, and then we get on the bed. Making out with him felt like I almost gonna throw up thinking about it. It just was so dry, and like I feel like I've never done cocaine, but I feel like when you do cocaine, there's a certain feeling that you feel in the lips. So like I'm making out with him, and it was like dry and like hollow and like saliva, like dry saliva. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot we were recording, and I'm just talking to you.
This is heinous.
We're like, I'm like, because like I feel kind of forced to stay like now at this point. Then afterwards, we're sitting on the end of the mattress, and he's like, literally like saying, "I hate myself. I hate myself."
And he's gonna kill himself.
Yeah,
Did he kill himself?
So then I literally like didn't know what to do, and I'm like talking him down, like trying to like be like saying some random stuff.
Should have just passed him a Wellbutrin, but here you go.
I didn't know what that was at the time. And literally, I just like I don't even know how I left. Like I obviously got an Uber home, and I just was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah. What do I do? What the fuck was that?
And like I just like didn't know how. Like, oh my god, that was crazy. That was crazy. And then I just like went home, and I never forgot it since. And I'm like, I hope you're still around.
Do you know how long we have left? Because I will tell my one little.
Like a minute. Give us a little.
So my one little last story is one of the like the funniest like kind of fun little hookups
Yeah,
that I had.
can we end with a fun one? Because that was so sad.
One of the fun ones that I had was one time I was just like messaging some like 19-year-old or something. This was like years and years and years ago because I had my old car, and I was at my parents' house because I think I was in between getting a place and getting this place, I think, and like leaving my old apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go hook up with this guy. This guy is like in town for some sort of like collegiate like swim thing.
Cool.
He's cute. He's Latino. He's short. He's whatever. He's doing some sort of collegiate thing like up in the falls. So he's like, you have to come pick me up. We have to go we'd have to go somewhere to do it. And he has like a very thick accent, like Latino accent, which is very cute, very Spanish,
love.
you know. And I'm like living. So we're like, where do we go? So I was like, oh, we'll like find somewhere to like just hang out and like hook up like somewhere, whatever. I pick him up. He's cute. The dick is beautiful. Tell me why. Because we're in the falls. I go to the abandoned Summit Park Mall at midnight. Park by the old J.C. the old J.C. Penney that was there, or the old Bonton, whatever was there.
Okay.
But and I pull around to the back so that the people from the street can't see us. And I pull over by where the old dumpster like place would be, where you would like where the trucks would back down into and like whatever. Yeah. I pull over there, and we just like fully have sex in my backseat. Great sex, really fun, super cool. We're just like we're like far away from one of the, so there's like light streaming in from like the really warm lit like street lamp from the parking lot. Just hooking up in the back of my like sedan, not a nice big car like I have now, a sedan.
Damn, bitch.
Bitch, it was crazy.
I've never hooked up in a car. I haven't had sex in a car.
So that was like like, and that was really funny because then we started talking afterwards. We were like laughing, like it was like we were like cool. Fine. I dropped him back off at his hotel in the falls, and
God, I love when like a hookup can just be like chill.
Yeah. Well.
And you know what?
This is part one because there's so many. There's Princeton stories I have.
As I'm talking, I'm thinking of other.
I'm remembering.
I'm like, oh shit! I hooked up with a Lyft driver.
Wait, need to hear about that next time.
I'll tell you off air, and then
I have some Princeton stories that are a little interesting to talk about. Did I ever talk about the time that did I ever talk about that sugar daddy that I had from Princeton?
No, but did he give you money? Guys, this is a PSA to anyone who's listening from the Cheers to That podcast fans.
If you have money
and you want to give it to me, I will accept it.
No questions asked.
And that's it. That's all I have to say. Oh.
Well, the girls are ending, so.
The girls are ending. Follow us on Instagram. And that's Hookup Episode Part 1.
Part 1, baby girl.
Because there's a lot more where that came from, of course.
So many. I have so many Princeton stories.
I can't wait. Actually, we should do a question thing where they ask us sex questions.
Oh my God, yes. Submit sex questions.
Submit sex questions.
Put them in the comments.
We'll put an Instagram story up.
Yeah, we'll put an NGL up.
Yep.
They'll be anonymous, so you don't have to ask.
Follow us on Instagram, of course, at Mr_Mocktail.
At Miss Willa the Wisp.
At Sober16.
At CTT Pod.
And like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube.
If you're watching this, it is very likely that we have upcoming events, including Rainbow City Pride. We have Pride in the Park.
Lockport Pride,
which I will not be. Warren County Pride for me. We got a lot of stuff coming up, so
follow
the
Instagrams,
socials because we'll be posting all about them. And if you're from Pennsylvania or the South Towns of New York, baby girl, come to Warren County Pride. Come to Struthers Theater. See you there.
I saw your promo. It was good.
I know, right? Wasn't that was so fun?
I said,
I'm back.
It's so dumb, but I love it.
So stupid. They love me.
Yeah, no, we love you all. This was fun to just talk about hookup stories with our friends.
Well, that's it. Cheers to the tits.
Oh, God. Oh, that was good.
You're going to have to pay me back if you break these.
That is so fun. Like, that is so
And you know what? Cheers to this.
Cheers to this puss.
I can't drive with that wig.
That's crazy.
Bye.
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 Now talking about literally.
Yeah, I'm pussy, bitch. Ooh la 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 la. C'est bon. C'est bon.
This is scary. This is very scary.
Ah.